Every trick the CCP uses is only possible because of traitors within the US. The real problem is the greedy American traitors. The CCP is nothing but a paper tiger. If Americans dared to say no, the CCP would vanish instantly. It's weaker than paper. You wouldn't even need a lighter, just strike a match on your shoe, and you could burn it down immediately. But what is the real issue? It is American greed, American traitors. They gave this paper tiger the illusion of power. They let it threaten Taiwan, suppress Hong Kong, destroy Tibet. They allowed it to enslave 1.4 billion Chinese people and threaten the world. In the past few days, from the election until now, the entire CCP Politburo, the military, and Zhang Nanhai did nothing but watch the US election. They even stopped issuing official documents, only giving verbal orders. Why? Because they were waiting for their BGY and 3F plans to succeed. To foment chaos, weaken, and destroy the US, mission accomplished. BGY was successful. Biden got elected. Even if you gave Biden 8 times the courage, he wouldn't dare to oppose the CCP. He won't commit major wrongdoings, but he also won't accomplish anything significant. But ask him to take down the CCP. That's impossible. But this is divine intervention helping the new federal state of China. If the CCP hadn't fully executed its BGY and 3F plans in the US, then the new federal state of China would be in real danger. If America hadn't experienced firsthand the effects of BGY and 3F, then we wouldn't be able to leverage the US to eliminate the CCP in the short term. If the events of the November 3rd election hadn't happened, if the vote count hadn't suddenly stopped and all this chaos hadn't unfolded, then this absurd, ridiculous presidential election outcome wouldn't have happened. The US election system, the American legal system, America's faith in God and the true forces behind the media, none of it would have been exposed. For the past several years, the CCP has been waiting for one event, the 2020 US election. Belt and Road Initiative, virtual currencies, and African migration to China. The CCP is using Africa to monopolize and influence the African American community in the US. Africa's grand strategy, East Africa Plan, South Africa Plan, West Africa Plan. What you see today, including the US-China trade war, delay after delay. They dragged it out until President Trump had nothing left. They played him to death. China had 1,000 excuses, all of which only benefited the CCP. Not a single excuse that benefited US-China relations, and yet they pushed US-China straight GIC dialogue. Look at everything they did, it was all to manipulate Trump and America. They played the US completely. President Trump said 2 things during the election that I still believe are the most important. He said, the CCP is raping America. This is true. The second thing he said was true as well. Fake news is real fake news. This is also true. Now, everyone must see, the past 4 years, they manipulated Trump over and over again. They played the US so many times, and yet no one dares to speak the truth about the virus. Tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of Americans get infected daily, yet no one